Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media, and this is Dr. Nik Nikam. In these days of COVID-19 pandemic, many people are trying to set up webinars to disseminate information and interact with their family and friends. I am going to show you how to set up a professional style webinar studio at your computer at home using simple equipments. So let us begin. First, I'm going to show you my setup. There you have it, gentlemen. This is my setup of the entire webinar studio from which I can invite people from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world and have a live discussion with them along with sharing my computer screen. Now, as you can see, I have my computer monitor here, and behind that is a Logitech C920. I'm going to show you a picture of this later on. And all I have done is a studio monitors which are hooked up to a 2x2 Focusrite sound box, which is also connected to a microphone or like a studio mic. Then I have two simple table lamps. I want you to pay attention to these table lamps. There are only two things that are most important in a webinar. One is a clear-cut audio. That's why I'm using a sound card separate from what is coming in the computer. And number two, good lighting. The third point, of course, is to have a good image of yourself so that you look professional, your face is well lit so people can see what you are saying and people can hear what you are saying. These table lamps, you can buy them in Walmart for like $15-20, and you can buy them for like $6 or $8. And I would suggest you put 40 or 60 watt LED lights. These are the same kind of lights that are used by professional studios like Fox, MSNBC, anybody. They use LED lights, which is 5,000 kelvins. Remember the number 5,000 kelvins, which is equivalent to daylight. And the picture you're seeing is because of the lighting coming from these two light sources. So for about less than $50 to $60, you can have your entire lighting done for your webinar studio. Next, we're going to talk about the Logitech webcam. Even though your laptop may have a webcam, it's fine. If it has a HD, that's even better. If it's a low resolution webcam, I would suggest investing about $100 to $125 and getting this Logitech C920 or C925 so you can get a HD quality images of yourself while doing webinar. If you are the host, I would certainly recommend you invest money, and I'm going to show you a bigger picture of this one. The next thing is the sound box. You don't necessarily need a sound box. You can dispense this entire unit, the headphone, the microphone, the mic, professional mic, and the sound box with a USB mic headset. I'm going to show you some examples of that too. But if you want to look professional like I am doing today, and you don't even see me wearing a headphone, you don't see me, holding a microphone in my hand, yet you can get a clear audio and clear visual of what I am trying to present. Let's move on to the next topic, and this is an expanded view of what I have. This is a Focusrite USB sound card which incorporates both audio in and audio out. Right now the audio out is going to these monitor speakers, but when I'm doing a webinar, I usually wear this headset so that I can hear the audio while at the same time turning down the audio on the speakers so there is no feedback. I'm not using the headphone right now because I don't have any audio coming into the speakers. But when you're doing a webinar, it is very important to make sure that you use the headphones to minimize the sound feedback. Okay, let's move on here. And here's the Logitech C920 HD Pro, which I was talking about. The advantage of having a separate webcam is that you can place the webcam at a distance from the computer monitor so that you can adjust the webcam in many different ways without having to alter the monitor position. And it ranges anywhere from $100 to $130, but it's worth the investment. I had my webcam for almost like 5-6 years and it is still working fine. Another important aspect I would suggest is you can invest some money in a headset. This is very, very important because when you are doing webinar as a professional, you want to make sure your audio is crystal clear with no interference whatsoever from your side or from your guest side. So I just gave you an example. If you go to Amazon or any other place, or just go to Google and type complete headset for webinar, you see a whole series of headsets. Sennheiser has several different models. If you spend about $100, you can get a very good headset. In fact, the headset I have here is HD 280 Pro Sennheiser. So as you can see, this is a very solid headset and it completely closes my ear, so there is hardly any sound coming from outside. But you can use, like if you are using a Mac system, you can use their headphones that come with the MacBook Pro, which does both audio in and out. And I always recommend using an audio in and out so that you're not using the microphone on the computer to talk to people, because it gives a hollow sound. You don't want to sound hollow when you are doing a webinar, especially if you are a host. So if you are a host, I would say, let's go back to this. Make sure you have a nice comfortable chair. Your computer monitor is on a nice desk like this with a couple of light stands. It doesn't cost you very much. You can just buy these simple, these are like 15 inches light stands, which will give you all the lighting you need to produce professional visuals. And then of course, if you have a headset, USB headset, I would suggest you get a USB headset, because most softwares can connect to an USB audio in and audio out in a much easier manner compared to other mechanisms. So this is in a nutshell about how I have set up my webinar studio. You can in fact watch one of the webinars I have done just recently on May 25th, 20. The entire thing was done using WebEx webinar. You can see how the final finished product looks like. I have done a couple of hundred video recordings using the same webinar setup, along with Camtasia, which is a screen audio and video capture program which I use to produce the videos. In fact, this video is being produced by Camtasia software, which records the video. Then I can edit the video, I can add the intro and the end titles along with music, and that's how we can produce your webinar videos, which you can later on upload to YouTube. So that's all for now, and in the next video I'm going to talk about how to get started with WebEx webinar software. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel.